No invite for my 31F boyfriend, 29M. My friend recently got engaged. We met and have been friends since late 2011 in college. We stayed in contact after college and saw each other 23x a year but haven't seen each other for the past couple of years. We do stay in contact through social media but don't regularly text or call each other. My boyfriend and I have been dating now for over 2 years. We moved in together October last year. After about 8 months of dating, he took me to a destination wedding in the Caribbean for a friend of his I never met. Having me as A+1 was no question for him, even then. We spent a week living the island life after the wedding and he paid for all our expenses during this trip. We have attended 3 weddings together so far, all from his friends who have specifically named me as his +1 on the invitations. We will most likely be getting engaged in the next few months. My friend said due to budgeting and venue size, only some folks are getting +1s, to which I highly empathize. I'd love to go and support her. He hasn't met most of my friends from college as we all live in different cities around the country. This would be a great way for him to meet them in one place. But I understand that's not the point of this wedding. I can definitely offer to pay for his expenses so he can attend but can't do much if the size of the venue can't accommodate him. Am I being a bad friend by considering not going to the wedding since he isn't invited? I've always thought that we would all go to each other's weddings when the time came because we were so close. I'm conflicted.
I'm gonna go against the grain and say I think it's fine not to attend a wedding for whatever reason as long as you RSVP within the specified time. It's an invitation. That doesn't make it an obligation, emo. I personally wouldn't travel for a wedding solo, but that's just me. I also wouldn't be offended if someone declined my wedding for that reason or any other.
Your friend has legitimate reasons for excluding your boyfriend, none of which are personal. If you need to go to a different city/state to attend the wedding, you can still bring your boyfriend. You can attend the wedding for your friend while he chills in the hotel or whatever. After the wedding, you and your boyfriend can explore the location you're in, have a little mini vacation, etc. I mean, I probably wouldn't go. Not because of personal offense or anything. I just have limited PTO and don't want to travel without my partner. Traveling is expensive also, so no matter what I probably wouldn't do it for someone I haven't seen in years. Do you want to show up for your friend or not? The venue limitations is a very valid reason to limit +1s to the wedding. If you aren't going to go solely on the grounds that you can't bring a +1, I would say you aren't being a good friend. Their wedding isn't about you or for you.
Can BF go with you and just not attend the ceremony, reception? It's her day. Don't make her feel bad for not inviting someone she doesn't know to her special day. If you want to support her, you should go. But if you can't accept that BF can't make it, for very valid reasons, not that the friend even needs one, then maybe it's better not to. But again, don't make her feel bad for it if you decide not to go. If you told me this was the reason you aren't coming to a wedding that I considered inviting you to, even though we haven't seen each other in a few years, I would instantly know that we aren't good friends like I thought we were. You go to weddings to celebrate your friend, not introduce your boyfriend to your friends. So I agree with the posters that suggest you as a couple go to the destination. You attend the wedding from beginning to reasonable end. BF finds something to do for the day. You and BF spend the rest of the trip together. I disagree with other posters who think it is rude to not invite +1s. This is totally up to the bride and groom. Venue can limit the number of bodies that can legally be present. Couple can choose to have limits due to preference, due to budget, whatever. What would emo be rude is if different rules apply. I suspect a number of us remember the post by the op who understood he was excluded due to sizing. Then when dropping off his GF, fiancé found out he was the only not official partner who wasn't invited, and his so knew this, so she lied to him. I'm going to be honest and a bit blunt with you. The wedding is not about you. It's about celebrating the bride and groom. You haven't seen your friend in years. and they have limited seating. It's somewhat common in my experience for people to be limited in their +1. That being said, it seems that you've already drifted apart. I don't think you'd be a bad friend by not going. I do think it is indicative of the fact that you guys aren't close anymore. And the fact that you're considering not going shows how close you really feel. I also got the sense that you feel envious or embarrassed about how you've gone to his friends' weddings and he's not gone to yours. Don't put all that emotional baggage on your friend. Either go to the wedding and be there for your friend, or don't go and prove them right that you weren't close enough for a +1 anyways. Has he even met your friend? I don't get what you'd gain from not going, apart from potentially damaging your friendship with a longtime friend. If everyone who wasn't offered a +1 offered to pay for a +1, it could mean the size of the wedding drastically expands. Lots of people also don't want people they've never met at their wedding. I think this would be pretty bad form if you didn't show up for your friend because your boyfriend isn't invited. It suggests you don't value the friendship at all. She's given a good reason. It's nothing personal and you know a whole bunch of other people at the wedding. I really don't understand why some people can't spend a day without their partner. You are separate people and can have fun without each other. I think that would make you a bad friend to not go for this reason. I think you're confusing your emotional obligation to have him as your +1 when a +1 is available to you with your friend's obligation to provide you with a +1. Your friend has no obligation to provide you with a +1. If she were to offer, then of course you should invite him. There is no issue on your friend's part having to limit the +1s and you not making the cut. I would say you are being a bad friend if you decide not to go because your friend isn't able to offer you a +1. I would say just make a long weekend out of it. Sure, he can't attend the wedding, but hopefully you two can have fun together and maybe grab lunch with some friends. Missing your friend's wedding, the most important day of their life, just because she couldn't squeeze in your boyfriend who hasn't even met most of the other attendees, would make you a terrible friend. It would take a lot for me to forgive you if I were her and you did this. I gave anyone who was in a serious relationship a +1. Engaged, living together. If they're married, or course both are invited. I personally find it rude she didn't invite him. But sounds like you guys barely talk. So distant friends, so get the axe. I also wouldn't want to go to a wedding by myself only knowing 2 people. So you need to value if her friendship is worth going to the wedding alone or not. Why can't you go without him? If it's spite, then yes, you're a bad friend. If you don't go because you take him everywhere you go, I caution you. It's healthy to have friends and go places without a partner. When you lose touch with relationships with others, that's the path to social isolation. When you're socially isolated, you don't get emotional support outside of him. If his behavior isn't great, you have nobody to talk to or help you. If it's because he's being a grump about being left home alone, that's his problem. You can't let his bad mood control keep you from having good experiences.
I wouldn't go.
Is it just the wedding ceremony he can't attend, or also he can't come to the reception as well? I would bring him and just spend your non-wedding time with him. Maybe try to arrange a couple of get-togethers with other friends in town. On wedding day I'm sure he will survive the 46 hours you will be gone. Leave early and go have dinner with him. Go travel and make memories. Not being a bad friend at all. This isn't just some guy you're casually dating. You literally live together. I would make up an excuse and not go. You are not a bad friend by choosing not to travel alone and be a second-class wedding guest. I mean, let's face it, you're not really close friends anymore. Anyway.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.